Guys, here it is Monday. I just wanted to come on and say hello. I've got some mail I need to share so I can clear it off my desk. And I've got some projects I want to share before Wednesday night. So I thought I would come on, and I'm sharing a bit of spring for those. Oh, and I have a purple thumb. For those still under the snow, these are the camellias from the bush out front. This is the two-toned one, and then there's the red one has started to open now. So I just thought I would share those to start. All right. And I just love camellias because they start blooming before it gets real warm, and they just let you know spring is on its way. This one had a little bit of damaged petal there. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Irene. How are you? I was just sharing the camellias that are in bloom out front of the house, or the cottage. I'm at the cottage. So I'm going to share some of my mail that's come in. I'm going to slide the camellias over here. Make sure I didn't make the table wet. So I've gotten some mail in. This is from Auntie Ro. She sent me this really pretty card. And it says, sunshine and flowers. May each new day bring you sunshine and flowers. And she's given me a die cut that says family. It's a vellum die cut. A bit of lace. And some really cool tissue paper. And of course, I started the camera, so Howie's knocking at the door. And she says, at last, it's been difficult to find my muse of late. I hope these are okay. I've never tried ATCs or traded. I just did a couple sketches. I'm going to try some other media as well. Hope you enjoy. See you in chat. Hugs, Auntie Ro. Well, let me tell you, look at these that she's drawn. Isn't that amazing? And then here's another young lady. So these will go right in my book. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I owe her 2 ATCs. So I'll get those in the mail to her. And I've got my book of ATCs here. I don't think she put her address on the back. She just put pencil sketch March 2019. So these are all of the artist trading cards I've swapped for or created myself so far this year. So my book is filling up. So I'm going to put this one here. And then Auntie Ro will start the next page. I don't put any in the backs because I want to be able to read the back of the artist trading cards so I know who they came from. So those were from Auntie Ro. All right. Those 2 artist trading cards were from Auntie Ro. She's in the chat sometimes. She's had some illness in her family, so it took her a while. That's why she said at last on here on her note. So all the rest of this stuff I'll put in my little painty paper journal that I'm trying to fill with the extra bits that come in. Let me go open the door because they're going to tear it down and make a mess. Hang on. Oh, come on. It's Callie. All right. Let me get a pair of scissors because the next one, I don't think I've even opened the edge of it yet. I won't show the front, but look at the back. Isn't that pretty? And this one comes from Sharon Marlowe. I'll kind of shuck it down to the end here. Cut just the fold off. No, I just figured that this would be the best way for me to get caught up and to get my desk clear for the week. It's a thank you cut out. I don't know if you can't really see it. I'll put that on something dark in my book so I can see it. And then this, she's got tissue paper. And now this is her tag, her spring tag. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And she's done it on a bit of recycled paper, which is awesome. And I don't know what she's got on there, but I don't know if it's, what's it called? Glossy accents or not. But I love the bluebird. Isn't he pretty? So thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. I thought I had already received yours, but it must have been somebody else's that I'm confusing. It doesn't take much to confuse me some days. So thank you, Sharon. I'm going to slide it back in here if I can figure out which end I had opened. That would be good. You guys are going to be a nuisance. Well, you know what? It's warmer outside than it is in here. All right. I'm just going to crack the door and they can come and go as they want. How's that sound? Don't bring me anything. All right. Hopefully she won't bring me something through the door now. All right. Now this one came when I was down at the house, and this one's from Journey. Look at this amazing envelope. That's just the back. And there's the front. So that's awesome. And she even put lace on the bottom edge. I'm really surprised that lace came through the mail like that. That's really pretty cool. Let's see here. Best place to cut this. Hopefully I'm not cutting anything. So what's everybody up to today? I've been trying to watch Mary, catch up with her from this morning, and I was watching a little of Dee Dee and a little of her name just went right out my head. That's horrible. She was just on. Oh, look at that. That one's been embossed. You can see that on there. That's pretty good. But I've just been bopping around from one person to the other. Watch for a little while, check somebody else out. Oh, look, she sent me some fabric. It looks like, I guess it's just flowers. At first I thought it was pineapples. That's really cute. Lisa's doing a fabric theme tonight on her Pick 10. Oh, wow. Boy, she's got everything in here all done up, nice and neat. Oh, wow. So she's got some artist trading cards. That's cool how she left the thread on there. Okay, this has got part of her address on the back, so I'm not going to show the back. But I will take it out of this plastic sleeve. I might recycle the plastic sleeve. So there's that. And it says, wishing you a day filled with good times. And then there's another one, it looks like. And then she's got these little charms. Isn't that cool? It's a paper clip wrapped in fabric, I think. Yeah. Or is it a paper clip? I think it is a paper clip wrapped in fabric. Hi, River City. Hi, Terry. Yes, Janet Young. I was just watching Janet. I don't know why her name just went out my head. It happens sometimes. But these are easy to make. You just wrap your paper clip with some fabric and lace and add a flower and add a jump ring, and you've got a cute little charm. Aren't those cute? And there's a blue one. Those will have to go on a journal. And then this here, just is sticking to the table. It's just a little punched out flower. I think I'll slide it back in this envelope. The artist trading cards I'll put in my binder here in a minute. Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life, says Picasso. So isn't that pretty? She's just got all this stitched on, and then this is held on with a laundry tag pin. She added a pearl to the bit of lace, which that is a cute idea. Some seam binding and another piece of lace back there. Just gives it some pretty dimension. And then seam binding and some more of that lace. And here's some more of that. They call this pillow ticking, if I remember right. It's pillow ticking. It's what they used to make pillows out of when they were always feather filled. And a little tag. Doesn't sound like she dropped anything for me. She just took the postcard for my nephew's wedding, the RSVP. That's pretty. Oh, and a little bit of fabric. So see, I could get me a paper clip and wrap it with the fabric and use some of the stuff and make some of these myself. And then these are really cool frames, little frames. It looks like you could put something in there and then crimp the edges down. I've never seen these before. That's cool. That could be fun to do. Make a little paintings and stick them in there. And this says, in every walk with nature, one receives far more than they seek. And that is true. So awesome. So thank you, Journey. Let me slide this stuff back in here so I don't lose any of it. That'll go in my book. All this stuff here will go in my painty paper book. Instead of in a project. That way I'll always have it in one place. And I'm just going to stack this up for now. We'll move everything that I've already opened over here, and then I can put it away afterwards. Let's put these in the binder. Hi, Gail. I love how Beth did this. Look at this, you guys. This is from Beth Schuler, and she put just a bit of string and tied some beads, and it just kind of, it's a happy little thing. As I flip through, those beads jump all over the place. So let's see if I can get Journeys down in the pockets. And these are just like baseball card sleeves. Oh, I hope that's going to fit with the, we're going to make it work. Just go slow and I'll get it in there. There we go. And then this one goes this way. So my binder is filling up from goodness from you guys. All right. And this is really inspirational to go through and see all our shared art in one place. And this is a bill. We don't want to look at that. And this is from Dawn, from Dawn's Crafty Room. And she was another ATC swapper. Oh, and she included a bookmark for me for my birthday. It says create. It says happy birthday with love from Dawn and Mr. Ken. So isn't that pretty? And then here is her artist trading card. This tickles my inner collector. These artist trading cards become addictive because once you start collecting them in a binder and you can see them in one place, it's just happiness in a book. And I just love it. And like I said, I am not putting them back to back because I want to be able to see the backs of cards later so I can remember which ones I made and which ones someone else made. And yes, I'm at that age where sometimes I forget who made that. And then I look and I made it myself. So yeah. But these have been so much fun to make and swap and share. And everybody does a little bit different kind of art too. So it's just a lot of fun to look back through. And the ones I did with Mary's doodles, those are always fun. And I've got some in here that Mary made, and I've got some from Janet, and I got some from all sorts. Dawn from Let's Make a Mess. But yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying it. I think I'll put the bookmark in the front pocket of this, and that way I'll have it in here. So there we go. That works. So thank you to Dawn and Mr. Ken. And I've already sent Dawn an ATC. I might cut her stamp off and save it though. Put it in my binder. Maybe keep the whole postage thing like that and stick it in there. And then I was going to do a quick walkthrough of my bank book because I finally finished the bank book project. So here's mine. And this faux leather, I got this as a remnant at Joann Fabrics. So always check the remnant bin because when they wrap an item up, it'll have a price on it and you get 50% off the price on the label. Okay? But if you happen to be in the store and you see a fabric that you like and it's on sale, but you only want a little piece, check the remnant bin. Even if you want just a little piece and it's on sale, go to the remnant bin because the policy is 50% off the current selling price. So if there's a fabric that's on sale, makes it, and it's already been made into a remnant before the sale, they take the SKU number will show that it's on sale. They'll give you 50% off the sale price. That's just an FYI for you guys. So they have all sorts of faux leather like this that has this really pretty texture on it. And I always get it in the remnant bin so I can get it 50% off. And it's enough to make several book covers, which I have. I've made several. And these are the ties where I bound my book. I just have these ends. I started at the top instead of the middle so I could add these at the end. And these beads are children's beads, you guys. I got them for 50 cents a package at Joann's. And I made the mistake earlier and I opened this one upside down. So everything's not in its neat little compartment like it is here. They're all mixed together. But I'm not really worried about that. But it's perfect for a tiny journal because they're lightweight plastic. You know, it doesn't add a lot of weight to that string. And for 50 cents, I couldn't pass it up. So this is my little thing. This is the pocket that Jerry had shared how to make. With one piece of paper, you just fold it. And it actually makes two pockets because you have a pocket here where the folds are, but then there's another pocket here at the back. So you could technically put a tag back there and then another tag here if you wanted to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple tags. And on one of them, I'm going to talk about the project, the bank book, recycled bank book project. Mine wasn't a bank book. I made mine out of, I think the cover is made out of a piece of cardboard out of the cat food box. And then the pages are paper I got at the thrift store for like 89 cents for the package. And it's a linen resume paper. So I've got to make my little tags of information for the front. And then I just started doing the techniques that they shared. On here, I added a napkin that Sharon had sent me And then I use the white to bring him out a little bit. And up here it says, "Hello, my darling." And the fish is looking worried. And then here's the second page. This was the woven page that Lisa led us to do. And I added the, yesterday on the group page, I posted a picture of all of the packing tape transfers I was doing. Look at all of these. And I don't know if Janet missed it or not, but I was going to quickly show how to do these transfers. And what I did is after I removed their backing, I applied them just to white cardstock so they'd have some weight to them. And it makes them so you can see the images again, and you don't get the back side of the, the next page. So if anybody wants to know how I made these, just hang on and I'll show you here in a minute. I've got to find, I didn't set that up. I've got to get my packing tape and some images, but I'm sure I can remember where I put it. But on this page, I put some words that Kathy had sent me. Kathy had sent me some Tim Holtz words from a pad. This one says, "Always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder." And then there's some kittens. See the kittens in amongst those flowers? And then this is all kittens. And then there's a couple kittens. It looks like they're in Italy or somewhere like that. And they're just sleeping on the ledge there. And I put, "You can never have too much happy." Just like you can never have too many cats. And then this page I'd shared before. This was Jerry's masking tape page, where you kind of take little pieces of masking tape and you kind of bunch it up and stick it to the page. And you just keep doing it until you cover the whole thing. And then she just made these painted paper. Actually, I think these were book pages ripped in strips. And I had painted mine. I used my leftover from making the flowers to do this front page. You can see a little bit of it in the background, that purple with the copper. Hi, Mary. I was just doing a flip through of my bank book. I finally finished it. It took forever. So, and I've gone through and I did some pages. I did some Sharpie marker on the edges. And then today I did every page with the Wilting Violet Distress ink. And that's why my thumb is purple. Hi, Terry and Gail. And who else? Isla. Hi. And Zoe is here. Zoe's mashing paper with an iron. And then this one says, "Be you bravely." And then with brave wings, she flies. And these are more of the packaging tape transfers that I did yesterday. I had like 4 pages full. That's why I have this envelope full of images now. So yeah, I had a blast making images yesterday. I was so tired. I didn't want to do anything, home remodeling or anything. So after breakfast, we went to all the old water towers in the area. And I think at one point we could visually see 8 water towers, but we couldn't get them all in one picture from the location we were at. But there's a video going to be in the making of all the pictures I took of all these old, really cool water towers. So anyway, and then we came back and I just started making these things. So that's how I got this finished finally. And then this was the, you put paint on your image and you put it down and rub it. And then when you lift the page away, it leaves. In fact, I don't think I put the paint on the image. I think I just put some paint down on this page and then pushed my magazine page down on it. And it was of a little fishing village. And then when I was going through that Hirschner's Needlecraft catalog, that's where I got all these images. I saw all these lighthouses, and I thought, oh, that'd be perfect for my fishing village page. And underneath it, I said, the journey is the destination, and always take the scenic route. So that turned out good. And then this was the fabric page, and I did all this lettering with individual little rubber stamp set. It took forever to stamp all this out. But it says, there are friendships imprinted in our hearts that will never be diminished by time and distance. And that's by Dedinsky. And I used a stencil in the background of clocks because I thought it went with the saying. And then the last page here, I put Becky McCauley, Aunt Beck's Creations, and then I completed it today. And then in that front pocket, I'll put the date that it was started. So this is the last page. This was my leftover bits from that page. And then I put, she dreamed beautiful dreams. All her dreams would come true, hidden by the shadows. Wonderful dream. And I would love to do this needlework piece, but I bet it would take forever. Now I do have a chart that once we get settled, I'm going to start working on it. It's called Mother Nature, and it's huge, but I would love to have it and frame it and keep it. And then this is my outside of my book, and this tags. I have not figured out how I'm going to close it though. I had thought about wrapping it with that piece of muslin, but it looks out of proportion. It looks too big. So I'm going to wait and close this with something else. But I love the textured faux leather. So, yay, I finished my bank book. Aren't y'all proud of me? Now, I want to quickly show this. And Janet is, I don't think Janet is in here. She was asking how I did this. She thought I had just taped the things down here. And what I did is after I rubbed the backing away, I've used matte medium to put them down on white cardstock. Let that dry, and then I just cut them out so that I'll have them, you know, ready to go. And I love this one. Look at this black and white one. Did that turn out good? But I found that what I did, since I had so many, I just got a Tupperware full of water. And once I got them on the tape, I cut them into individuals, you know, on the tape and dropped them in that bin. And I just layered them up in there. And by the time I got them all cut apart and in there, I would reach toward the bottom of my Tupperware pot and pull one out and start working on it. So I thought I would just do a quick demonstration for anybody that missed how to do the packaging tape, how you get to this. I thought I would share that real quick. I'll have to find something. I've got the packing tape right here. Actually, well, it doesn't matter which one you use. Oh, and for anybody that just got here, these are the camellias that are in bloom out front. And I'm going to go grab something I can do a transfer with. The wind is picking up, and I don't want that door to get jerked off the hinges. All right. Mary is chatty. Uh-oh. Did the system put her in timeout? So here's my little, it's just a little thing of water. Oh. Is this glue gun on? I was wondering where the glue strings were coming. It must have got accidentally bumped on. Hang on, guys. I got to turn that so it's not going to do that again. I was showing Scott, oh, I put this up here so the cats can't accidentally turn it on. And it got turned on, hanging there. I guess I need to just reach down and unplug it. There we go. I was wondering, where are all these like glue strands coming from? It's been one of those days, guys. Oh, I just got a Woman's Day in. Let's just open it and not in timeout yet. That's good. Oh, there's some coupons. I might use some of those. Isn't it funny when you get a mail thing, it includes that. Oh, he's cute. Look at that kitty cat. Let's see. It's got some Easter stuff on the front of it. I haven't read it yet. But if there's a picture available that doesn't, you know, it doesn't take my ability to read. Oh, a corgi. Adele had some corgis. There's some cookies. Let's do the cookies. I don't do those contests, so I'm not worried about using them up. Well, I thought for sure they'd have something in here that... Oh, look at the little dogs. Oh, I can do the dogs. Oh, that cat, pancake-shaped cat done in eggs looks interesting. I'll just do these doggies. It doesn't, I don't think it grows from seed. You can start cuttings from it, from the new growth. Oh, she's so stinking cute. All right. I'm just going to cut this along here. All right. I'm just going to chop these up a little bit here. Is that tape going to be wide enough to do that? Yeah. Okay. Stressful day. Make it a double. Oh, no. Don't give me a double stressful day. I know that's not what they mean, but anyway. I love those cookies. Those Milano cookies. Oh, my word. Walk by those at the grocery store. That's a real struggle. All right. I don't want the doubly stressful day. So here we go. I'm going to show you how to do the real big one. I did this yesterday for the larger ones, and it worked out really well. I do fold over one edge so that I can manage it. All right, so we're probably going to need about 3 strips together here. I will try. I know some things can't be sent through the mail. Some states have no-nos about what can be sent into their state. I'll see if I can start some, but there's no guarantee. I can try. It'll take a while. What I might do is the very easiest way to start them is to push a branch down onto the ground and put a brick on it and just wait. And the branch will root. So I might do that for you if I can remember to go out there and do that. All right. Is that big enough or do I need one more? I've overlapped them slightly. Ooh. That's the bad thing, is you stick them everywhere. All right. I think we could. Oh, no. Well, that's not good. No. All right. That's not good. I messed it up. Sorry, guys. Well, wish I hadn't dropped that on there. She's not going to turn out now. Trash. Let's see if I can find something else that's big. Got an old National Geographic here. Let's do some porpoises. See if I can keep this away. Actually, let's just do this. Instead of me trying to put it together, I'll just tape it over it. Why didn't I do that with the little girl? I don't know. And I got a wrinkle in it, but we'll make it do. Let me stand up. Maybe I can keep it from wrinkling. And I'm going to overlap it a little bit. Scott was like, oh, that is so cool. He said it makes it look like a negative. I was like, yeah. All right. Let's see here. Isla, would you like some resurrection lilies for your yard? I know Kathy wanted me to send her some. Before we list the house, I need to, move what I want to move and get what I want from down there because, once we list it, we can't take any plants back out of there because they'll be part of the sale price. All right. Okay. We'll be going down there next weekend, and I need to divide those up. All right. Now this is covered with packing tape, okay? I'm going to just smoosh it down in this pan. I needed a bigger pan for a great big picture. Let me go get a bigger pan. And you'll think the resurrection lilies have died and gone away. But if you don't disturb them once they're planted and you just wait, when the leaves disappear, they're not dead. And if you wait, what happens in the spring. I think it's the spring they bloom. No, it's the fall they bloom. After the green has died, the flower stalks come up, and they're a real pretty red. All right, and I'm just going to leave this while we put tape on the other ones. You and your shortbread, you know what, Mary, when you said they had pecans in them the other day, I said, ooh, pecan sandies. Those are good too. But I'm not supposed to eat cookies. All right. And I got too much tape, but it doesn't matter. You can cut the tape away. You can leave it there. Once you put it in the water, it about kills the stickum anyway. I'm going to cut some of it away. You most definitely don't want it to fold over on the back. All right. Got that all on there. Just drop it in the water. Okay. Oh, the doggies. I can't wait to do these doggies. Hi, Joyce. I don't want to stay on too long because I still have to do the prep work for Lisa tonight. I think tonight's a book cover with fabric. So I want to get mine. I told Lisa, I said, you know what? I'm thinking I need to get mine put together and gessoed before we even start, because it seems like Monday nights is when my entire family decides to call me, and I've got my hands in paint, and then I have to turn the volume down so that I'm not upsetting whoever's on the phone, or, you know, or so I can hear. So, yeah, I said, I'm going to get ready beforehand. I love this quote by Robin Williams. I'm kind of glad they had it in there. All right. And then we're going to put this down on top of that. And I got it wrinkled again. Sometimes you can push the wrinkles out with your bone folder. And I've stuck it to the table. That's just how my day's gone today. Oh, no. Stop it. Let's see if I can get this under there and poke that free. No. Oh, well, it ripped it, but the saying is all in one piece. Okay, well, let's stick that in face down. You can soak them just a couple minutes, or you can soak them for a while. It doesn't seem to hurt them. I had some in for quite a while yesterday because I had such a huge pile. In fact, the longer you let it soak, the easier the backing paper comes off. But I'm going to go ahead and pull the big one out. And I just put some paper towels down because it is quite the wet mess. And I'll get the big piece out first. So I figured I'd come on and show how I did this. All right. So this is the side I have the tape on. So if you put this down and you just start making little circular motions, if it's ready, it'll start coming off. The only thing is, if you press too hard, you'll pull the image off. It's not ready. I can tell. It needs to soak a little longer. Let's see if this smaller one's, I'll put that one face down. Let's see if this one's ready. This is the one I just did. They might have to soak a while. Yeah, let's let them soak. They really, if you can leave them alone and let them soak, it just comes off. The back paper just comes off like, you know, it's nothing. But I have something else I can do. Janet, did you see the camellias? Let me show you. These are what are blooming out front. Aren't they pretty? And the variegated is really hard to root because it's actually, there's a red root cell with a white one grafted onto it, and that's how you get the kind of peppermint stripe. It's a grafted piece. I've never learned to do grafting. My grandmother tried to learn it because, I mean, she grew up, I mean, I grew up with a greenhouse attached to the house, and my grandmother tried everything. While we're waiting on this to work some, it's kind of room temperature water. Warm water might make it work better. But Janet, you asked about the little squares. This is the stencil. It says Tim Holtz Collection, stampersanonymous.com. And I think it was called Screen Door. Journey, I opened your mail. Thank you so much. And I put your ATCs in my book. So this was the fun little stencil I used on the page I did with Lisa. And here's that page. And this is what Janet, see, there's that stencil. And I looked for this on Amazon today, and I could not find it. But I'm thinking it was called Screen Door. It's not labeled on here. Yeah, it's not labeled. So that doesn't help us. But I went back in with a yellow marker to make it look more shiny in the middle. And then I used a white to give it rays around it. But I thought what I would do is show you, I don't know if anybody'd be interested, but I was going to show how I clear coat my pages real quick. I don't want to stay on long, like I said, but I wanted to show Janet how to do those transfers. Once you get the backing paper off, let them dry good. And then I just use matte medium to attach them to white cardstock. I think it's time for new tape. That's losing its stickum. This is what I do to protect the rest of my journal. I just wrap everything else in wax paper. This was a page I did with somebody, but I forgot to write on my median. So I'm not sure. But there were some other pages I wanted to go back and do clear coat on that I did with Lisa. This has had clear coat. I don't know if this one's had it. Yeah, I think it has. Yeah, that one's had, these have all had clear coat here. This one has not been clear coated, and neither has, that one does look like it. This one doesn't feel like it. But anyway, yeah, that one's been done. This one has not. So I'm just going to use the Americana Dura Clear High Gloss. This is almost $4 cheaper than what I had been using. And I like them both equally, so I'm going to go with the one that's least expensive. Sorry, Ceramicoat. Gotta save me pennies. And I just use a hard brayer. And I probably should have put wax paper between the past two pages, but... And I just roll it out. Shell C turned me on to the brayer because the brush has a tendency of moving things around, and the brayer doesn't seem to. And then I'll just leave that set to dry somewhere out of the way so it doesn't get cat paw prints and stuff. And then that'll be where I can close the book. Nothing will stick together. Hi, dirty paintbrush. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that stencil, and I've looked and looked for it. I'm thinking it came in like a set because it says Tim Holtz Collection. So that's why I'm thinking it was maybe one or two in a set. If I can ever locate it, I'll list it on the group page. I don't have a Amazon, whatever it's called, partnership, any of that. All right, let's see if any of these are ready. And the part that hangs over the side of the tape, it generally will just start coming off. I can feel it's moving. There it goes. And you just rub gently until you get rid of all the excess paper, and you're left with just the doggies on the tape. This comes off so easy. And what I do is once I get the main part loose like that, I'll put it back in the water and work on another one, and then go back to that one to get that last little bit of paper off. Yeah, I use matte medium, and I just put the matte medium down on the paper and then put these down on top of it, and it's done. And you just let them dry and then cut them apart. And they just look so cool. And the white paper just gives them solidity again, so they don't look like a negative. Let's see, there's that. But you can see, you'll be able to tell when you need to go more, because you'll see all this film on here. And see, it's coming off, and it leaves the cookies. I wish they were real cookies. And I rubbed a little hard there. I'm going to put it back in the water and let it set a minute. This one doesn't want to seem to work. There it goes. Just had to get the right edge. If you rub too hard, you can rub some of what you're wanting to keep away. I did that on one. I'll show you what happens. But once you get started, you'll be looking for things to cut out of magazines and catalogs and everything. I'll look back up here at chat in just a sec. I don't know if you guys can hear the dump truck up the road, but they're picking up more of that debris they left for months. I swear I smelt a skunk the other night, so I think a skunk had moved into that pile. As long as he doesn't try to take up residence anywhere around here. Now, I still have a little bit of residue here. But see how it becomes translucent? That's why when you get done, you can put it on paper and you get some of your color back. And sometimes I just lay it in the water and work it. By the time I got done, the water was like really gross. Because I had worked with it in the water some, and it looked very gluey. Let's pull the dolphins out again. And I think I might get some fresh paper towels that aren't like covered in stuff. Hi, Tanya. You're working along with me? I finished my bank book. I spent yesterday making transfers, and then this morning I finished my bank book. So I was tickled. This one just does not seem to. And I think I got this out of the National Geographic. So I don't know if this one's going to work or not. You have to test because some books just won't work. But I think this one's going to if I give it a little time. There we go. I might have to send this to Beth so she can put it in the the book she's going to do for Lisa. So I had a couple I was going to send her that I made yesterday. One's a little dolphin. Not dolphin, a mermaid. Let me see. I've got them here. I did a mermaid and a tall ship yesterday. So there's the tall ship. I thought that would be cool in her mermaid book. And it's got the little symbol that's on maps. And there's a little mermaid. So I'll send those to Beth. I got to do some die cutting for her for that. See, I've got diamond dies. It'll still have that blue. It'll be clear until I put it on paper. See, I adhere them to white paper just so that I can see what I've got, and they don't stick together once you adhere them to something. These dolphins are going to be pretty. Sorry, lady. Stay strong in Detroit. They've got a mess in Detroit. I feel so bad for those folks up there. But I like her bike. We get settled. I want to get me a tricycle. I told Scott, I said, I'll ride the tricycle and you can ride a regular bike, and I'll keep hold of all the water and the food and stuff in my basket. He just shook his head at me like he thought I was crazy. All right, it's starting to dry out, so it's not wanting to do. So we'll just stick it back in here. Good night, Irene. I didn't know who all I would catch in the middle of the day on Monday, but I was like, I want to go on and share my bank book and show Janet how I did those transfers. And like I said, once you get started, you'll have papers piled up everywhere where you've got them in process. At least I did yesterday. Let's go back to the one that's got Robin Williams saying. See, now I'm not feeling any extra paper on the back. There's a little bit right there. And I just kind of tap it like that. And then I just set it somewhere to dry. And all the little wispy bits disappear once I put the matte medium down on there. So I'm going to put that face down to dry so it doesn't stick to the table. And where's our cookies? C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. When Gregory was little, our son, he would run in, and if I turned Sesame Street on when it came on, he'd run out, and if I started singing along, he'd tell me, "No, Mommy, you don't sound good." I was like, gosh, harsh critic. But I am thinking warm water might make it work even better. I just turned the tap on. I didn't warm it up or anything. So it's getting kind of cold now. And this looks like you've wiped it away, but it's still there. And it'll reappear once we put something white behind it. Oh, Kendra's saying that stencil is on rangerink.com. if anybody's looking for it. I don't know the name of it. I didn't write it on it, and it doesn't have it on it. It just says Tim Holtz Collection. We're almost got this one clear. But it'll, when you've got it good enough, will be when it looks like it's just a piece of packaging tape with a clear image. An image you can see through on it. If that makes sense. And see, when you pick it up, you can hardly see the cookies. But when you put something white back behind them, you get the cookies back. It's like somebody took your cookies and then you get them back. Let's get the doggies out. There goes the school bus. Nope, truck. Man with the tractor's taking his tractor for a ride. He must have found a job to do something. He does odd jobs like moving dirt around a yard for you and things like that. He cleared the driveway for us when we first moved up here. It had a bunch of debris, tree debris. It was taking us forever by hand, and he just came with the tractor and just pushed it off. And it was like, yeah, we'll pay you $45, $50 to come do that. Now we keep it clear while we're here. There goes the school bus. So, school's out. If you use the images off a notepad, you will have several. Oh, yeah. You mean like those grocery list things, Mary? Those kind of notepads? Look at the doggies. The white doggies look like they've disappeared, but they'll come back. Put some white paper behind and the doggies will be there again. I know, because I did a white dog that was just, I got to show you all that one. That one was really cool looking that I did yesterday. So if you want a great big picture like the dolphins or a whole page, just overlap your tape as you're putting it down, and then it comes up all as one piece. And you barely see the where the tape's overlapped. All right, there's my doggies. There's the doggies. There we go. I'm going to set it over here to dry. Use contact paper? Oh, they have clear contact paper, Tanya? I might have to look for that. That would be cool too. That would save you the effort of having to overlap the tape. That National Geographic really is making me work hard to get these dolphins. It's not wanting to give them up. I might go get some clean water because that just looks like something died in it. I'll go get some warm water, okay? Be right back. Woohoo! Tanya, is that something you can get at the like Dollar General or Dollar Tree? May have got that too hot now. Cool. I would say yes, warm water helps it release better. Can you get that clear contact paper at like Dollar Tree or Dollar General? Or do you have to go to like Walmart? Bye, Isla. I'll see if I can root some of those for you. We'll see what happens. The clear contact paper. Oh yes, warm water is better. Not only that, it feels good to have something warm. Don't know. Okay, well, I might go check it out. I'm feeling the need to be out of the house some before Lisa comes on tonight, which is not getting my book cover done and ready ahead of time. I ought to be good and just stay home. But you know, some days you just want to get out of the house. Maybe I'll wait and go out tomorrow, and then I can go to Old Fart Tuesday. We didn't get to go last week. Ooh. Coolness. At Walmart. Okay, I need to go to Walmart for sure. So maybe I do need to go, and the cats want food. But yeah, I just adhered mine down onto the white cardstock with just matte medium. But Mary, you said you used just Elmer's glue, didn't you? There it is. Kendra found it. It's called linen. Sometimes you have to let it soak and then work and work and work to get this stuff off from here, but it's slowly coming off. You just don't want to rub so hard you rub through the tape and everything. Oh, and I was going to show you guys what I got with my birthday money too. I'm going to set this back in the water and we'll let it soak while I show you what I got. I decided to treat myself to some really good watercolor brushes. Well, better than what I have. And so on my way back from the house, I stopped at Michael's and they had a coupon and I got some of the Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolor. I think I saved $12 because these were like 20-something dollars. But I've got a wash. What does it say? Round, a rigger, a filbert, a one stroke, an angled, a mop, and a fan. But that's not what I have in here. This contains round, rigger, and one stroke. So I'll learn what those terms mean and I'll use those. And then the only other thing I got at Michael's was some Hot Buy pads because they were 70% off. And this one, I thought I could send Beth Schuler the mermaid papers. And I can use all of the fairies and unicorn ones because it's gorgeous paper. Let's see if we can get this stupid sticker loose. I know why it's there to hold it all together, but It's right annoying when you want to start using it or looking through it. And I got a lavender pad to go with this pad to make a journal. There we go. But this paper pad was really cool looking. Look at the what is it called? Scales. It's got scales, and there's a mermaid. And there's mermaids. That looks like flowers and butterflies on that. Magic Seekers. Just do a quick flip through. That would be really cool. I'll send that to Beth. Or at least I might keep one sheet and send her one sheet. That would work. There's Magic in the Unexpected. That's pretty. And then there's some cut apart bits here. Send her a sheet of those too. And then there's fairies. That's shells and stars. And there's more shells on that one. But I just saw this paper pad and I said, how perfect. I mean, I can use some and Beth could use some. So that's what I picked up at Michael's. And then when I was at the house, I got a message from Joanne's. I can't remember what it was, but I decided to go in there. And I thought this was a little kitty cat, but it's a bunny. But if I shorten the ears, I can turn it into a cat because it's a bear, a bunny, and a llama. And I could not get over. They said this pattern is normally $18.95 for this. For this, $18.95. I paid $1.99. I'm not paying no $18 for something I could draw up myself. And then I got this. Because the Ceramicoat and the Americana and Folk Art were 10 for $10. But the only thing is, one of these, this Vivid Orange, I didn't get for $1. I looked at the receipt. I paid $1.99 for this because it's multi-surface, which kind of ticked me off. But that's all right. Only one of them was more than $1. So that'll fix me up where we had used down so much of my paint because I've had very little paint to play with lately. You get tired of using the same 3 colors all the time. So, Janet, do you need me to show you how to do the other? I'm pretty sure you know how to glue something down. Wish I hadn't picked that up now. It's sticking to me. Let me get a piece of white cardstock. And I'll just stick these down real quick. Because I do need to go get cat food before Lisa comes on. If I run and get it, I can get back here and get my my book prepared ahead of time. And I've been soaking this brush in Murphy's oil soap, and it was stiff as a rock, and now it's getting all loose again. Isn't that cool? Except it's a little worse from where I've been mauling it. Hi, Mary Hill. I was just gonna glue my hi, Vanessa. I was gonna glue my images packing tape images down onto this white paper real quick. I shared some camellias with everybody that's still under snow to give you hope for spring. So that's what's growing out in front of the little house here. This brush is worse for wear. Look at it. It's all raggedy headed, but you know what? It works perfect for gluing. And I'm just going to put some glue down. And I don't put glue over them. I just put the matte medium on the paper. And then I stick the little fellers down and smooth it out. And you can use a bone folder or something to really smooth them down. Like that. Just remember to clean the goop off your bone folder before you move along. And somebody was asking about the words. I'll show you what happens. I think they're going to still show that light blue will show up slightly. See, I lost some of the light blue, but not all of it. And then I just let these dry and cut them apart. I got way too much out now. I'll see if that dolphin is ready here in a minute. And there's the cookies back again. Yours is still under a mountain of snow. Well, they're there. They'll be out before you know it. So once you've removed all the backing paper off from them and you put them back down on white paper, then you get this really nice weight, and it's just that image. And I just got addicted to them. And that's what I did all day yesterday afternoon. So I've got this envelope full. And see, that's a big one I did with overlapping. That's the kiss. And then here's a little lighthouse, and it's just on the cardstock. Now, what I did in my little book, oh, I had one here. This one is what happens when you rub too hard. You can kind of still see there's some old trucks and things there. So I thought it might work for a layered event because it was supposed to look like this one. So that's what happens if you rub too hard. Hi, Rosa. So these are the ones I did yesterday. I love this owl. Look how he turned out. That's so cool. But here's the white dog that just, it looked like he had totally disappeared. And then when I laid him back on white paper, he came back to life. And I just think he's so funny looking. And then this guy, he's on a couple pieces of tape, and he does look divided a little bit. But he's still cute. And there's a crab. But this is what I did for in my book. I just mounted my pieces on a piece of black cardstock to make it look like it was matted. And that's a little girl. I don't know if you can see. She's on a bicycle. And boy, I thought she was totally gone when I got done removing all the backing paper. But I said, I'm not going to give up yet. I'm gonna wait and see if she'll reappear when I put her down on white paper. And she did. These turned out really good. And I love this llama. These are all stitch kits out of a Hirschner's catalog. So these are all things you could get the pattern from Hirschner's to stitch. Aren't they cute? So yeah, that catalog was fun. I love the meerkats. There's that wolf, looks really cool. These are all done with packing tape. There's one I rubbed too hard, and it was a white animal, so when I rubbed too hard on him, he about disappeared. And I love this dog that was out on a rockway at the beach. And these ladies all look like they were having fun together. So these are, like I said, once you get started, you'll be doing packing tape all afternoon. And then see, I have all of these ready to go. There, she's holding a dragon. So there's that. Let's see how the dolphins are doing down here. It's going to need time to dry anyway, so I'll put the brush in its cup. Yeah, my bank book. I had so much fun with that bank book. Hey, Beth. I finished my bank book. There it is. Everybody will have to go back to the beginning to see all of it. The only thing I have left really for that is I want to do a couple tags to tell about who all led the project and which channels they were on and what dates and that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to finish this up. And then I'm going to run to Walmart, look for clear contact paper and canned cat food. I might have to leave this soak longer. But I hope Lisa's feeling better today. The allergens are really bad here. When I was down at the house, the top of the truck turned yellow from the pollen. So the pine trees are doing their thing. Yeah, this is starting to come off now. I'm going to get some paper towels to set it out. Beth, I'm going to send this to you for Lisa's book. It's dolphins. See? Do you want me to mount it on white paper or just leave it on the packing tape? Because I've been mounting the pieces I've been doing on white paper to make them sturdier. Well, see, I would think contact paper would be in Home Goods with shelf liner. Leave it. I can do it. Okay. Trying to think how I can get it to you without it getting damaged. I'll think of something. I'll think of some way to. Now, I did a couple yesterday that I'm going to send you, and they've already been mounted on white paper. I've got a tall ship and a little mermaid with some a crab and a little fish, but she's real tiny. Because the ones I did yesterday all came out of that Hirschner Stitch catalog. Because they're the perfect little pictures. I might leave this set while I go to Walmart. It's almost done. But see, dolphins. I'm going to do bigger pictures like this with the contact paper. That way I won't have, you can kind of see where the 4 strips of tape are overlapping, so I can get the whole picture. If you use the clear contact paper or stuff, Tanya said you can do the bigger pictures and you won't have all this bits in it, because she was just in here saying get clear contact paper. So I said, well, I'll do that. But yeah, it makes kind of a mess as it's going. But I'm going to leave this set in here while I'm gone. And then I can get the rest of this off when I get back. It's almost there. but I'm going to let it soak. And I think that's all I was going to share with you guys. And I'll be at Lisa's later on. I'm trying to think of what I want to make a book cover out of, because we don't eat cereal, so I don't have a cereal box for tonight, or ever really. But I can come up with something, I'm sure. I'll look around, or maybe buy Scott some snacks or something and then just put the snacks in something else. So I'm going to stick the pretty flowers back over here real quick to share those. And I shared how to do the packing tape things. These are the ones that I got all off and I've applied to paper. And these are some of the ones I did yesterday. I got a little crazy doing these. And here's the ones I'm going to send you, Beth. There's a little tall ship. And see, it's already mounted on white paper. And if you put it on a black or a blue, a slightly bigger, you could mat it that way. And then there's the little mermaid with the crab and the fishy. So I'll send those to you for Lisa. And I'm going to send you some of that scrapbook paper that I got today. And I shared what I got for my birthday. I shared my mail. I shared my bank book that turned out so cute. I might look at Walmart and see if I can get some of that stretchy lace elastic and just do like a belly band to put around it, maybe in a lavender. She's doing a book cover tonight. This was, I know, Tanya, you're worried about it, but this is a different project than our April project. She's doing a book cover tonight. In the video that she shared the other day about preparing for tonight's live with her, she's doing a book cover made out of either an old book or, you know, a cereal box or whatever. She's going to do a book cover and use mostly fabric. Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to run to Kmart, look for contact paper and canned cat food, and I'll see you guys at Lisa's in a little bit. Okay? Bye, guys.